This video shows how to evaluate algebraic expressions. We'll also take a look at the order of operations. An algebraic expression is a combination of variables and numbers, like 3x or 5x minus 2 or 2 over x plus 1 or 5x squared plus negative 3x plus 8. Variable terms are, for example, problems like 5x squared or negative 3x. Constants are just numbers which represent only themselves, like the number 8. And a coefficient is a number which is placed before the variable for multiplication with that same variable. For example, the 5 in front of x squared or the negative 3 in front of x. Let's evaluate these algebraic expressions if x is equal to 2. So we'll plug in, or in math talk, substitute the number 2 for the value of the variable x. Let's start with 3x and substitute 2 in the spot where x is. 3x is equal to 3 times 2 is equal to 6. That's the process of evaluating a variable expression. So, to put it simply, replace the variable x with a number and solve. Let's plug the number 2 into our next expression, 5x minus 2. 5 times 2 minus 2. 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 minus 2 is 8. What if we did that differently and calculated 2 minus 2 first? That results in 0. And after that, we must calculate 5 times 0. We would get 0 as the solution. We see in this example that sometimes our result depends on the order of operations. In other words, it depends on what we calculate first. So what should we do first? Multiply or subtract? Here we'll multiply first and then subtract, because multiplication has precedence over subtraction. If you want to subtract first, the 2 minus 2 would have to start inside parentheses. So priority number 1 is the parentheses, and after that comes multiplication and division, followed by addition and subtraction. By the way, with multiplication and division we do whichever comes first. We will do an example later on that. Let's look at 2 over x plus 1. If you want to write this without it looking like a fraction, you have to put parentheses around x plus 1 to ensure that you divide the number 2 by the x plus 1. And then you can write it like 2 divided by x plus 1. Because if you write it like 2 divided by x plus 1, you have to first divide the number 2 by x and then add the number 1. So the left side is not equal to the right side. Let's move on and plug in the 2 for x, and we get 2 over 2 plus 1. Naturally, we first add 2 to 1, because the division bar separates everything in the denominator from the numerator. So 2 plus 1 has to be solved before we can divide it properly. The solution is 2 over 3. Be careful here, don't cancel the 2. You could only cancel the 2 if the 2 was being multiplied. In our next example, we have to substitute the 2 in 2 places. Because there are 2 x's in the expression. Remember, you have to substitute the value for x in every spot where x stands. So we have 5 times 2 squared plus negative 3 times 2 plus 8. Now, this is a good example to show that the exponents have priority before multiplication. So, like we always do, we'll solve the parentheses and then do the exponent and then the multiplication and then the addition. So first, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, which is later added to the 8. Then 2 squared is 4. So we have 5 times 4. And we don't need the positive sign in front of the parentheses, because positive times negative is negative. Multiplication has precedence over subtraction, so we first multiply 5 times 4, which is 20. Negative 6 plus 8 is 2. 20 plus 2 is 22. The solution is 22. Let's recap the order of operations and enumerate by priority. Parentheses has the highest priority, then exponents, then multiplication and division, and then addition and subtraction. If you have multiplication and division, the first priority is whichever comes first, so in other words, calculate from left to right. Also, if you have addition and subtraction, prioritize whichever comes first. We can remember the order using PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. With mnemonic, please excuse me, dear Aunt Sally. Let's do some more examples with these rules. Let x be equal to 1, y be equal to 2, and z be equal to 3. Let's start with x plus y times z. First, plug in the values of x, y, and z. 1 plus 2 times 3. Multiplication takes precedence over addition, so you're going to do 2 times 3 first. So we have 1 plus 6, which is 7. Let's look at y minus z divided by x. First, plug in the values of x, y, and z. 2 minus 3 divided by 1. Division takes precedence over subtraction, so you're going to do 3 divided by 1 first. So we get 2 minus 3, which is negative 1. 5 plus y divided by z is equal to 5 plus 2 divided by 3. Adding the 5 to the 2 first would be wrong, because we have to do the division first. Because we do the division first, we can write the division as a fraction. We need the same denominator to add fractions, so we can transform 5 over 1 to 15 over 3. 15 over 3 plus 2 over 3 is equal to 17 over 3. The solution is 17 over 3. X divided by y times z is equal to 1 divided by 2 times 3. Here we have division and multiplication. The rule is to calculate whichever comes first. So let's calculate from left to right and do the division first. Doing the division first means we can write the division as a fraction. So we have 1 over 2 times 3. Now we can write the 3 as a fraction, 3 over 1. And multiply the two fractions together. 1 times 3 is 3. And 2 times 1 is 2. So we get 3 over 2. xy divided by z is equal to 1 times 2 divided by 3. Multiplication comes first, so 1 times 2 is 2. And we get 2 over 3. X cubed minus xy is equal to 1 cubed minus 1 times 2. First, do exponents and then multiplication before you subtract. You can make that clear for yourself with putting parentheses here, which are not necessary, but it's not wrong and can be helpful for beginners. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And 1 times 2 is 2. So we get 1 minus 2, which is negative 1. X plus z over y plus z is equal to 1 plus 3 over 2 plus 3. The numerator and the denominator are like they are in parentheses. So let's first add 1 and 3, and then 2 and 3. The solution is 4 over 5. 7x plus 2y plus 11 is equal to 7 times 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 11 is equal to 7 plus 4 plus 11 is equal to 22. X times x plus z minus y times 5 is equal to 1 times 1 plus 3 minus 2 times 5 is equal to 1 times 4 minus 10 is equal to 4 minus 10 is equal to negative 6. 2x plus 2y minus 5z is equal to 2 times 1 plus 2 times 2 minus 5 times 3 is equal to 2 plus 4 minus 15 is equal to negative 9. Two times 3 plus x times z squared plus y squared plus 2x is equal to 2 times 3 plus 1 times 3 squared plus 2 squared plus 2 times 1. When you have a parenthesis inside another parenthesis, we calculate from the inside to the outside. Three squared is 9 and 2 squared is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. Three y squared plus z squared over 3x plus 1 is equal to 3 times 2 squared plus 3 squared over 3 times 1 plus 1 . 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. And 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 9, 3 plus 1 is 4, so we get 21 over 4. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. This video is what I did for you. If you want to do something for me, hit the bell button, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and happy learning everyone.